is your Math 111, your Pre-Calculus Mathematics online course introduction. I'm in your Blackboard now. Hopefully it looks something like this. You've made it this far to even be able to view this video, so congratulations there. My name is Professor Shipes, and I will be teaching you this course. Now, the layout here is as simplistic as I can make it. This video will be what's titling the first thing. It's not up yet because I'm currently recording it, but it will be up obviously when you access your Blackboard on the first day. Your syllabus is also available at the top here. You should be able to click on it and go through your syllabus. Please go through that, read it, familiarize yourself with it and how the course lays out. Fairly simple. We have 3 tests and we have homework or assignments. Because this is an online course, both homeworks, assignments, whatever you want to label them as, and tests are available on a My Math Lab through Pearson platform. To me, if I were to label a homework as a quiz and a quiz as a homework, it's essentially just an assignment that you do at home anyway. So I don't make a distinction between homework and quizzes. They're just assignments. They all count for 25. They count as a total average of 25% of your grade. So your homework assignments or your assignments are going to count for 25%. Your 3 major tests account for 75% of your grade. They each make up 25%. So 3 major tests, 25% apiece. The other 25% is made up of your homework assignments. And I'll show you those on your Pearson account here directly. Do your assignments. Your test will be proctored with the Respondus Lockdown Proctoring browser through My Math Lab. It's fairly straightforward. You do have to have a webcam for it. It'll wind up recording your screen and recording you through your webcam just to ensure academic honesty on taking your exams. That's not done with the homework, but it is done for the 3 exams. So be aware of that. You do need to be able to access and use that software for testing purposes. It is included with your My Math Lab subscription and everything else like that. So there shouldn't be any other associated cost with it. But you do need to make sure you have a device that is compatible with that. It's a pretty straightforward course. I don't do late assignments, so I mean, when your stuff is due, it's due. Be sure to get it done. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and jump into your schedule. So if you click on the next tab, it's your schedule for the course. The schedule is pretty straightforward as well. What I do is I provide the lectures and homeworks that first day of the week. So like this week starts with the 12th. Both of these will be available on the 12th. Your homework for both of those will be available on the 12th, and they'll be due on the 18th. Okay, so available typically Monday, sometimes Tuesday. Like next week we have a holiday, so they don't become available until that Tuesday, and then they're still due that Sunday. But most days or most weeks they're available on Monday. They're due Sunday evening at midnight. So if it opens on Monday, it's due Sunday evening at midnight. Make sure you get them done by then. So you can kind of see your homework assignments in the sections you're supposed to be going over. So we'll have rational expressions will be this week and partial fractions part 1 will be this week. You'll do those and then you'll do the associated homework. Okay. Pretty much every lecture has an associated homework with it. It's pretty straightforward. If you have questions, don't hesitate to email me about it. Test, same thing. Like test 1 will open Monday, February 9th. It will close at midnight, February 15th. I don't do late assignments. I'm telling you that for a reason, because say when test 2 or test 1 becomes available, it becomes available that Monday. Do you have to take it that Monday? No, you don't. But I caution you to take it sometime that week and not wait until Sunday evening at 11 p.m. to try to take it, because if you have any computer issues at Sunday evening at 11 p.m., I'm not going to be available to help you with those issues, and then I'm not going to reopen that assignment on Monday because you decided to wait late Sunday evening and then had issues because you waited till an hour before the test was due and you couldn't get something on your computer to work. You have an entire week to do these assignments. Start them early. That way, if you have an issue, we will have plenty of time to get that resolved, and it won't have to be a last minute thing. Just asking you to be a little responsible. Try it on Friday, Saturday. Don't wait till Sunday, super late, because you will not get the assistance you need that late on a Sunday evening. I try to be very available to my students. Typically, I reply within 24 hours. If it's a weekend or something like that, sometimes it's 48 hours, but most of the time during the week, I'm very responsive. It usually doesn't even take me 24 hours, but I do ask that you give me 24 hours to respond and reply to you. I don't always have my email directly available to me to be able to reply within 5 minutes. So give me 24 hours. If you hadn't heard from me in 24 hours, you can cycle back and reach out to me again. But majority of the time, I get back within 24 hours. At the absolute latest, 48. And like I said, unless there's something going on, um, which rarely happens. All right, let's look at the materials here. Now, I haven't uploaded all the material because I'm still recording lectures and stuff. But I have a few of them uploaded. I have all the PowerPoints you'll need uploaded. For this class, you really only need access to the Pearson account, which you can get through the off-the-shelf, which I think pretty much everybody has access to unless you intentionally opted out of it. And you need a calculator. Okay, I use the TI-84. It's the same thing that was used in Math 108 if you took Math 108 with us here at USCA. If you've got a different one, that's fine. I'm familiar with the 84, and that's the one that I'll be showing you when we go to use it. You don't really have to have it too much, but some of the calculations and simplifications it helps with. But it's not overly relied on in this class, but it is recommended to have. As far as the book, you don't have to have the book because you get access to the e-text through Pearson anyway, and I upload all the PowerPoints. So you don't really need the book, but it is optional. But you definitely need access to the Pearson My Math Lab. We'll talk about that in just a second as well. Let's look at the material. So typically, here's what it is. You look at your schedule, you see what you're supposed to do for that week. Okay? And then you go down to the material. First week's obviously under Test 1 material, going over rational expressions. Click on rational expressions. You can download the PowerPoint that's associated with rational expressions if you want to, so that you can print it out, download it, work through it, whatever. I also have, or will have, at the start of each week, the recorded lectures, which this basically goes through the same PowerPoint that is posted above. So you saw the rational expressions PowerPoint. Below that, you have the rational expressions lecture.
All right, Math 111. Today we are going to go over rational expressions.
And it's just me going through each of the examples and stuff and the definitions. Pretty straightforward. You can pause it and everything you might need to do here as you work through it. And like I said, you can work the examples on your own PowerPoint while you watch it, or you can print them out and do your own notes however you want to. Like I said, I don't have all the lectures uploaded yet all at one time because I'm recording them as we go throughout the semester. But by Monday the 12th, you'll have partial fractions as well uploaded so that you can go through it. Now, other thing I should mention here, please do the course participation confirmation quiz. That's through the university. It just confirms that you're in the course, you're able to access Blackboard, and you plan on staying in the course and starting the course. That's not through me. That's through the actual university that you're required to do that. Let's look at Pearson. Okay, if you click on Pearson, it's going to ask you to open Pearson. You click that. If you have an account already with Pearson, by all means, go ahead and use that account. If you need to create an account, you can. You can link your accounts. Here it says my account was linked successfully. If I continue to Blackboard, it's going to throw me an error because I'm the instructor in the course and it can't link me as a student in my own course. Yours shouldn't throw you an error. It should work all the way through. If it doesn't for some reason, please let me know ASAP so we can get that figured out. Like I said, hopefully everybody has access through off the shelf already through the campus bookstore. They usually have all that sorted out. If not, and you're having issues and it asks you for a code or whatever, or you decide to buy it outright instead of doing off the shelf, you can contact the campus bookstore for those options. What I will do, though, is go ahead and log in and kind of show you the way the assignments lay out on my math lab. We go. This is us. And Right now, when you click assignments, nothing's going to pop up if you logged in early. But typically, all your assignments will show up that Monday, or like I said, next week it'll be Tuesday because we have a holiday on Monday. And this is what it'll look like. You'll have these assignments here. You'll be able to click on them and do them. You can see the due dates as well on your My Math Lab typically for those assignments once they become available. They don't become available until it's the week for them to become available, so you can't see them all at one time because you have to work through them as you go. You can't do all your assignments week one. You just have to do it week by week as they become available. Like I said, tests and everything will be right here on your My Math Lab as well. You should be able to access those. You will have to download, if you don't already have it on your device, the lockdown browser and the proctoring and monitoring software that we talked about before. Please, like I said, especially the week of the first test, please plan on taking that sometime during that week or early. Don't wait to the very last minute. That way, if you have issues, we can get those resolved. It's really hard to get those issues resolved on a Sunday evening. And like I said, I do not extend the time of my assignments because you have an entire week to do them all. All right, that takes care of that. Like I said, not really much to it. We have all these materials, all these different test materials. I give 3 tests during the semester. I don't give a final exam. For the final exam, if you want to retake one of the 3 tests to try for a better grade on that test and replace the lower score you had earlier in the semester, you're welcome to do that instead of taking a final. If you're good with your average, you can keep your average. And that's pretty much it. The only other thing I think I need to remind you for the tests have to be taken honestly. You have to take the test by yourself. Like I said, you will be monitored with the Respondus lockdown and monitoring software. You'll have to have your webcam device available for that. And the only thing you can use is a pencil and a blank sheet of paper and your calculator. You can't have any notes out for that. You can't access any websites for that. Can't use AI for that. Can't have your phone out for that. Have to take those honestly. Other than that, the course is pretty straightforward. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm very responsive by email. I look forward to teaching everybody this semester. And I think we'll all get through Pre-Calculus Mathematics 1 very, very well. If you have any questions, reach out. Other than that, I will see y'all on the next lecture.